Hello, everyone. I hope you are really well. For those who don't know me, I am Anna Easton from True Wellbeing, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here to be doing this introduction to what moving forward will be a great foray into providing you with all of the up-to-date information about well-being, particularly in the workplace, which is, hugely important now that the lines are blurred somewhat between our home and our work. It feels like we're really now getting back into the rhythm of being in the office, being maybe working to a hybrid system. Some people's operational side and logistics have changed drastically. Certainly the majority of us, our intentions and aspirations have varied to any extent or to differing extents. And so we're just here to help you with that. So as I mentioned, my name's Anna and I'm the founder and director of True Wellbeing. We've been going for several years, and over which time the process of what we do has very much evolved and has been a really interesting, fantastic journey, and has taught me so much myself. I've gone from a place of teaching people yoga therapy, meditation. I moved into studying and now teaching elements of nutrition. And then that moved into neuroscience, and then which in turn led into coaching, which is my absolute passion. So now we're delivering group and individual one-to-one coaching to individuals and to workplaces. I'm lucky enough to largely be working with architects and design and architectural firms just at the moment. And really enjoying that journey, that process of seeing how different needs of different companies, size and their own business has changed so drastically in some ways and remained a beautiful constant in the other. Buildings they're not just for Christmas, they're for life or for their own lives, which is generally a very extended period of time. So anyway, that is a little bit about me. So what I've studied, what my passions are. Outside of that, people are my passion, and that's, plays into everything that I do. I have 3 pillars to my business and approach to everything, which is the umbrellas of mind, body, and environment, with an overarching umbrella of language. How all of mind, body, and environment interconnect and are linked and emanate from us is all to do with the language that we use, the language of the conversation that we're having internally, and the language of how we deliver that. One of my favorite pieces of advice or acknowledgement was about how we don't communicate for ourselves. The aim and art of communication is to deliver our message so that the other person or other people will best receive it. So that plays down into, how we energetically connect with other people, how the words and language that we use and that plays into our body language. 90% of our communication is nonverbal. So we have to make sure that we are thinking about that and conscious of that when we are communicating with others. To think about the mind covers topics such as our mindset largely, and that internal dialogue. And how does that translate to the body and connect with the body when we're engaging our mindset to inform our bodies of what to do next? And then comes the environment, our external, which is everything that is outside of our mind and body. And environment isn't just birds and the bees and our immediate surroundings, but it's environments such as our social circles, our work environment, our home environment, even our bed is our environment. And I am a big believer in that what we should have in all of those areas, in anything that we do, is the absolute best. And the best way to get that is to start with our mindset, putting us in our body in the right position, and telling ourselves that that is what we deserve by eating the best food, by eating the right food, by having the best people around us. These things are all so, so important. I have clients that come to me saying, I want to improve my sleep, or I want to be, one lady, I want to be on time for every meeting. And where do those things, why we're not doing those, or what's not working for us, what does it boil down to? So, as a coach, we work very differently to a therapist. I always see it as a therapist is helping you reflect upon your experiences and how that has developed into your subsequent behavior and actions. Coaching for me is very much about what our approach is to move forward. What is the solution focused approach that we are willing to take and could potentially take off the back of doing that reconnaissance of where we stand right in the present moment. One of my favorite phrases is me, comma, now. The only two things that we can do anything about. So the past is gone. There's absolutely zero that we can do about it. The future is coming and we can plan for it, but it is again outside of the now. We can plan for it, but things might come along the way. Life happens and things come along and doesn't necessarily always follow the path that we had intended it to do so. So we really need to think about the now. It's all that we have any control over in that very moment. When it comes to the me element, you obviously, then everyone else is in our environment, is external to us. We, as much as we might like to control our other people's behaviors or have a say or think that maybe someone should do something in this way, we don't have any jurisdiction over that. So it really is just the me that we have to worry about, which is quite refreshing in a certain sense, because that means that we only have ourselves to be beholden to, proud of, and all of those things. For the me that does extend outside of that, I have got a wonderful, wonderful team around me in the main, Danielle and Caroline, who support me on a daily basis with everything that I do. So I just want to send a very quick thanks to both of those lovely ladies for the support in which they offer me. And it's only with their support, that I have been able to bring about any of these things that I'm doing. And one of which is the program, which has probably been in the making up here for almost 5 years now. And I'm delighted that I'm now going to be delivering that program on a webinar, on a Zoom, and that's coming up on the 23rd of March. So in just a couple of weeks now, about 2.5 weeks. And you can approach that in any way that you like. It's all to do with the mindset, the psychology, and just giving you that boost to start yourself on a new path. It's the kind of new year, new me mentality. But once we've already had a little bit of time to bed in and understand what our year potentially could look like, and we've got those miserable months out the way, spring has very much sprung now. So let's make the most of that. And the course is called How to Live Your Life Without Sacrifice. So I am very much about bringing in to your world new and very small changes and habits that will really service you, but not by getting rid of any of the things that you don't want to have in your life, but all of the things that you do want to keep in your life. So I'm just going to explain that again so it's a little bit more clear. Enjoy your life without sacrifice. What does that mean? That means for anyone who is looking to make some changes, however small or big that might be, in terms of their wellness. Maybe that's your nutrition. Maybe that is some another routine that you want to put in your daily life, maybe an exercise routine. Maybe it's a mindset thing. You'd like to change that slight negative voice in your head at the moment and forge a new path forward. Maybe you want to import or implement a new rhythm and routine to how you're managing your work life, your social interactions, your work interactions. Do you want to implement a new structure to those things? Particularly, as I said, we're often geared towards approaching that from our workplace scenario because that's a kind of set routine and rhythm that we have already. So we're going to approach how we look after ourselves from all of those perspectives, mind, body, and environment, by utilizing the tools that we have within us, implementing some new life hacks, some really easy things that we can pop in, like drinking water. How is best to make sure that we are drinking the amount that we think we should be doing? And also keeping all of those little treats. I've got a friend staying with me just at the moment, and she wants to eat less chocolate. I'm going to stop eating the bad chocolate. But right, what are you going to do? Are you just going to stop that immediately, or how do we find you a really nice replacement scenario that is going to fuel you as you go along? So, as I mentioned, the course is the 23rd of March, remotely, done, easy, easy. We're going to have a lovely hour together, and that is the tickets are still available. They're on a system which I'm going to send you the link for shortly. There's an early bird discount. It's super cheap. It's £15, but if you book before the 15th of March, then it's just £12. I really look forward to seeing you there if you can make it. If not, there will be other dates coming up if you can't make that date, but I very much urge you to, if this is something that you've been thinking about doing, addressing your wellness, this is a fantastic opportunity for very affordable coaching, which will be in a group scenario. So you'll have other people to bounce off and forge forward with. If we haven't connected already on LinkedIn, then please let us do so. If you're not on LinkedIn, there's a Facebook group. We could provide you with all of the connections for these. There is actually on LinkedIn a new company page, True Wellbeing, again, which we can provide you with the link for post this chat. So thank you is all it leaves me to say. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be connecting in this way with everyone. It's a genuine pleasure to connect, to be delivering this course, this program to you, and seeing where your journey, your path to your own true well-being can take you. We want to create those lasting connections between mind, body, and environment. Thank you so much for listening. The time has absolutely flown for me. I look forward to seeing you on the course and look forward to our further interaction, whatever that looks like in the future. Again, my name is Anna Easton, True Wellbeing. We can connect on the True Wellbeing different platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Alternatively, you can reach me at anna@truewellbeing.life, Life. Thank you so much, and bye for now.